What if there were just 3 simple web design skills that if you learned them, you could charge your clients a $3,000 setup fee plus $697 per month? And when I say web design skills, I'm not talking about just building better looking websites, because we all know there's thousands of beautiful already built website templates and these new AI website building tools that we can use for that. But at the end of the day, the reason we build websites is to help our clients generate more leads, rank them higher on Google, and save them time. And if we can accomplish these things, they will happily pay us premium prices. So in this video, what I'm going to show you are the 3 real web design skills that'll help you stand out as a web design agency, get better results for your clients, and ultimately make more money in return. So what are these 3 web design skills and how do they make us more money as web designers? The first skill is something that most designers don't put much thought or effort into, and it's actually one of the most important for helping our clients get more customers for their business, and that would be lead capture placement. This is the skill of knowing where and when to put different forms, calendars, chat widgets, and call to action buttons on a website so we can optimize it to capture as many leads as possible for our client. And lucky for us, this skill is super easy to learn, and most of it actually comes down to the software that we use to build out our websites. I use a software called GoHighLevel to build all of my websites for my clients, and the nice thing about GoHighLevel is they have a ton of different ways you can capture leads, and you can put those lead captures on the websites. Here's an example of a website that we built, and the first lead capture that we throw on every website is this little chat widget bubble here at the bottom right. When leads come to this website, they click on this, they can use this chat widget to ask questions to this business. We can even hook up an AI chatbot to this chat widget here, and it'll message back and forth with leads, and it can even book them in for appointments directly through this window right here. And so these chat widgets are super effective, and they just help capture a lot of leads. This is one of the top lead captures that we use on our client's website. And so that'd be the first thing you want to throw on almost every website that you build for your clients to help them capture more leads is this chat widget bubble right here. Now, the next most effective thing are typically for, like, let's say a landscaper in this case, are going to be some sort of form where somebody can fill it out and they can get a quote from this landscaping business. Usually landscaping businesses, roofers, HVAC companies, any of these higher ticket services, they don't allow people to go and book directly through the website like you might with a barber shop or a salon or a spa. And so for these types of businesses, they're usually going to have some sort of call to action that's going to be get your free quote, get a free quote, something like that. And so that's why we have these buttons, these main buttons right here at the top of the website, optimized to send somebody straight to a form where they can get a free quote. So if we click on this button right here, it's going to take us to this form where somebody can come here and fill out their name, email, phone number, the services that they need, and then get their quote. And then obviously follow up with automated text messages and emails once they submit this, which I'll hit on a little bit later. But these forms are very, very effective. And you can even go one step further, and we could throw this form, instead of having to click a button to get to the form on the contact page or on the form page or quote page, we can put that form right here at the top of the website in the hero section. And so in order to do that, let's open up the GoHighLevel website builder and let's put one together really quick so that our header has the call to action, which is the form, hey, get a free quote, right here up at the top. And so the way we would do this is we would click on this section, we'd add a 2-column section here. So what we can do is we can drag all of this stuff down into this here. So we're going to drag all this into this box here so it kind of looks the same as we had it before. And then let's just delete the button because we no longer would need the button, right? Because now we're going to put the form right here. Now we have this other box here where we can go and we can select from our different elements. We can select form, and then we can select this landscaping request form that we've built out. And now right here in the hero section of our website, the very top of the site, it's like, hey, and then we could change this to saying something like, fill out the form here to get a free quote. This is a very effective way to optimize for lead capture because we're putting the ultimate lead capture, which is this form right here, which is going to gather different information. We can also add more custom questions to this to get more info from this person. But we're putting the ultimate lead capture right here at the top of the page so that when somebody comes to this website, it's super clear. It's like, hey, fill out this form and we will get back to you with a free quote on how much it'll cost for us to do your landscaping job. Another example would be a barbershop. So barbershops are a little bit different from your like high ticket landscapers, plumbers, roofers. They're typically low ticket, right? Barbershop or haircuts cost like $30, $40, $50. So they're lower ticket. And so for a barbershop, this call to action might look look a little bit different. We may have a button like this that says book appointment. And when somebody clicks on this button, it'll then take them to a calendar booking where they can select from haircut plus shave, advanced haircut, ignore this picture of me right here. You can put pictures with each of them, and I just kind of threw in a placeholder right there. So that obviously would not be the picture. You'd have a picture of like a guy getting his haircut and getting shaved or whatever. But anyway, you can throw these calendar booking systems that we build inside of GoHighLevel here on the website. And just like we did with the landscaping website that we were just showing you, we could also throw a calendar right here on the hero section of the website, so that it's like, here's the call to action, book an appointment with us. Usually people going to a barber's website don't really need to think about it much. They can just go straight to a calendar and book an appointment with the barber that they want to cut their hair. And so if we go back into HighLevel, we'll go back out of this landscaping template, and then let's go into our barbershop template. Let me find this really quick. So let's go to here. I believe is the one I just had pulled up. And then we can go to our homepage here and click edit. And let's do the same thing again. Let's throw the calendar right at the top of the website here. So all we do again is click this main section here. We can then click the add element option. We can do 2 columns. And now we can kind of batch everything from here into this left column. And then we can put this paragraph here as well. We can adjust the spacing and padding here to look better. We can go ahead and delete this book appointment button, because now we're just going to put the calendar right onto the home page. And then we can click add, and then we can go down and scroll down to where it says calendar, and then we can select from our different calendars. So let's go to like barber shop or whatever, and then it'll put a calendar right here on the hero section of our website. And then we can kind of adjust like the spacing and stuff, however we want that to look, right? Anyway, it doesn't look great right now, but we could adjust this and make it look better. And so now we have a calendar right at the top of our website, so they don't even have to click the book appointment button. We could change this button to like call now or call us, which is another effective button you can put on the websites, is like a call us button. Hey, if you don't want to book an appointment, you just want to talk to somebody first, we have this button here you can click and it'll call us up right away. So anyway, like I said, the chat widgets here are very effective. The forms, the calendars, we can do surveys. Surveys are basically a form of a calendar, or a type of a form, I should say, where it'll ask one question at a time. And so you can put these surveys right at the top of the website as well. Instead of being a bulky form that like takes up a bunch of space and asks a bunch of questions, we can just put a survey at the top that takes up much less space and just kind of scrolls through and swipes through and asks one question at a time, and then has a submit, kind of like a form, but it's in survey format. So anyway, optimization of your lead captures is crucial for web design. You want to make sure you're giving your client many options for their clients and their leads to submit their information. One being the chat widget, forms, calendars, and just know which ones to use. Like I showed in these examples here, know which ones to use in which cases with certain types of clients that you're working with. So now we know how to best optimize our client's website for lead capture, but if we can't convert those leads into customers, then the site is pretty much pointless. So that takes us to our second web design skill, which is automation and AI setup. Imagine your client gets a lead through their site. The lead then gets auto-nurtured by automated text and emails, or even better, an AI chatbot, and then they convert into a paying customer without your client having to lift a finger. This is exactly what we can set up for our web design clients, and it's a big reason why they're willing to pay us a monthly subscription for our website services. Here on my website, you'll see the pricing that I charge for my different website packages. Most other web design agencies out there just charge setup fees. They don't charge the monthly fees, and the reason I can charge a setup fee and a monthly fee is because I'm not just giving them a website like all these other web designers out there. I'm giving them a website plus a software that goes along with the website, which we know the software is GoHighLevel, which I've white labeled as WebJuice, which is my agency name. And so I'll set up a sub account here inside of my software that my clients can log into to manage the back end of their smart website. And we're setting up automations, different AI features, just the stuff that you see here. We're going to do on-page SEO. We're going to put a contact form on their website, a chat widget. We're going to set up SMS and email automations that'll send text and emails automatically to their new leads that come through the website. We're going to do ongoing website maintenance for them if they need it on an ongoing basis, if they need changes done. And then as we upgrade, we have more and more features. They're getting, on the growth plan, everything from this starter plan, plus that we're now putting a calendar booking system on their website that their leads can book through directly on the site. We're doing payment processing for them so they can collect payments on their website now from their leads and existing clients. We're going to automate their Google reviews, which send out after every new customer comes in for an appointment. And then we're going to do up to 3 website edits per month if they need it. And then the Elite plan gives them even more, everything from these first 2 plans, plus ongoing SEO management, a 10-page website, AI chatbot that we're going to hook up to their chat widget. We're going to set up an AI voice assistant that'll chat on the phone with their leads and clients for them and can book them in for appointments. And then we'll do up to 5 website edits per month. And so we're not just giving them what every other website designer out there does. We're giving them website plus a software, and that's why we call them smart websites, because they really are smart. They're powered by automation and AI. And so let me show you a few of the different things we can hook up to these smart websites. The first one I'll show you is going to be this call us button. We can hook their phone number up to an AI voice agent that'll talk on the phone with their leads, ask them questions, and book them in for appointments. And so we can build those here inside of HighLevel, and we can go there to this AI agents tab, and then we go up to voice AI, and then we have these simply built out AI agents that all we have to do is give them a name, select a voice, put the business name in, have an initial message that you want this AI agent to say when people call in. We can set up the agent goals with a simple prompt. We can have different actions that occur throughout the call. Can send text messages while the call is going on. We can send booking links. We can do call transfers if someone's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, I want to talk to a real person. We can do call transfers, and then we can hook it up to whatever phone number inside of HighLevel that we want. And the AI agent's pretty cool. Let me test it out for you really quick so you guys can see what it sounds like. But here's a quick demo of it for a landscaping business.
Hey, this is Cassidy with Haven Roots Landscaping. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, this is Jasper.
Thanks, Jasper. I see we have your email as jasperaiken15@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
Great. How can I assist you today, Jasper?
I was looking to get some ongoing lawn care done at my house, just like cutting my lawn and weeding and stuff like that.
Got it, Jasper. Let me check on that for you. One moment. We offer ongoing lawn care services to keep your yard healthy, vibrant, and weed-free all year round. This includes lawn cutting, weeding, and general maintenance to ensure your outdoor space looks its best. Would you like to schedule an appointment to discuss this further or get started?
So anyway, that's how the AI appointment booking works. It'll talk to you just like it did there. It takes the place of a receptionist. So a lot of businesses, let's say landscaping businesses, for example, they don't want to pay a receptionist, a real human receptionist, $15 an hour to answer the call all day. And so you can set up these AI voice receptionists that'll pick up the phone, ask for my contact information. It already had my email that time because I had already talked to it before, but it'll ask for email, your name. It already has your phone number because you're calling in from your phone number, and then it'll book you in for appointments. And if I continued the call, it would have continued to ask me, hey, which days work good for you? And it'll book me in directly on the calendar inside of GoHighLevel. So those AI agents are really slick and easy to set up. And then on top of these AI voice assistants, we can set up these AI chatbots on our chat widgets here. And so let's just click here to start a new chat. Do you offer weeding services? And then within a second or two, it'll like have to think for a minute, but then it'll start typing back to me. And then you can see now the AI is typing, and then it'll spit out an answer to us. And just takes a few seconds. It says, yep, we offer maintenance services to keep your yard healthy and weed free all year round. If you want more details on our weeding services, just ask. So I have this one just set up to do general Q&A, but you can set these up to also book appointments. So then it would say, do you want to book an appointment for this? And then it can book us in. And so we can automate this for our clients using AI chatbots, AI voice assistants. Now that's just going to be for our more premium clients on our Elite plan right here. We offer the AI chatbot and voice assistant. But if they just want to go with one of our starter packages, we still do set up basic SMS and email automations. So when somebody goes to their website, for example, and fills out a form like this one with their full name, email, phone number, and the services that they need, we would want to ideally text this lead saying, hey, John, thanks for filling out the form on our website. We'll get back to you soon with that quote. And just let them know, hey, we're here to help. We haven't forgotten about you. We did see you submitted the form. And so we can create those automations here inside of GoHighLevel by going under this automation tab, and we can just create workflow. And there's a lot of templates we can select from. I'll just do a quick one from scratch scratch. And GoHighLevel also has an AI website builder, so you can tell it, build me an automation that sends a text following up somebody submitting a form on our website, and it'll build the automation for you, which is just really nice. I've been doing this for years, so I can build them manually though, probably just as quick, but this would be like form submitted. So when somebody submits a form, that's our trigger event. And then down below here, we can then send an SMS and we can say, you know, hey, and then we can use these custom values. Hey, contact first name. So, hey, John, just saw you submitted a form on our site for landscaping services, you know, and then you could say whatever else you want. We got your request. Somebody will reach out to you shortly. You just want to let people know, hey, we're here to help. We can also send an automated email, just the same as we could send a text, and we could say the same thing. Hey, John, just saw your form submission on our website. And so we can set up these simple automations, these SMS and email automations, just to follow up with people when they go through our chat widget. So, you know, our basic package clients, our starter plan, they don't get the AI chatbot connected to this chat widget. And so we just give them a simple chat widget where somebody can type a question and then it goes to the owner of the business and then he can call them up. So anyway, we follow all these up with simple automations, text messages, emails, just to let these leads know that they're going to be helped. And then as our clients want to upgrade plans, we give them more advanced features that'll help them save even more time. And then this middle one here, we can set up a Google review automation that'll send automatic Google reviews to our clients whenever they, you know, come in for their appointment. Let's say they come in for their haircut and they've booked an appointment through our calendar here. We can trigger off, you know, this calendar here whenever they book. Let's say they book, let's see what we selected, 3 p.m. on November 6th. So we can have another automation just like I was showing you there that'll trigger off a Google review request that'll text to that lead and say, hey, thanks for coming in for your haircut earlier. And it'll text them like a few hours after their appointment. And then it'll say, thanks for coming in earlier. We'd be honored if you'd leave us a Google review. It'll really help our business out, or we'll give you 20% off your next haircut if you leave us a Google review at the link here. And so we can fully automate these processes for our clients, and it all is based around their website, right? All through the website, we automate these different things for them. And so that's why we can get away with charging, you know, 1,000 setup fee, 2,000, 3,000 setup fee plus 97, 297, 697 a month, because we're helping them nurture their leads quicker. We're helping them, you know, automate things so they save time, which will ultimately help them focus more on their business, and then all of their marketing and everything will be fully automated for them. So now we know how to save our clients time and help them convert more leads using automation and AI, but we need to get them traffic coming to their site in the first place. And that takes us into our third web design skill, which is SEO, or search engine optimization. This is the skill set of getting your client's website ranked to the top of Google search and Google Maps in their local area. For example, if you can get your landscaping client ranked to the top when somebody types in landscaper near me on Google, then you'll ultimately help them make more money for their business. There are a lot of different ways you can get clients ranking higher, but here are a few of the top cheat codes for doing it quickly. As you'll notice here on my website pricing, on our Elite package, we have ongoing SEO management. This is something we charge $697 a month for, plus some of these other features as well. But on our growth plan and starter plan, we don't include any sort of ongoing SEO management that's going to get them results and ranked higher above their competitors unless they go with this Elite package. And so this is a skill. SEO is a skill that you can charge so much more for because it gets your clients real results. It's not just, hey, we're building you a website that's hopefully going to capture leads. Hey, we're going to build you a website that'll capture leads, plus we're going to get you ranked to the top so you get more traffic coming in to your website. And so some of the main cheat codes for getting our clients ranked, the first one is going to be creating these service pages and location pages on their website. When we create pages dedicated to all the different services that a business offers, this sends really good signals to Google that this is what they do, right? We have a whole page dedicated to just landscape design and installation, another one just for irrigation systems, and the text on that page reflects that service. And so Google is always scraping and crawling your website and seeing what your website is about, the actual text on the website. And so if you have all these pages that are dedicated to specific services that these businesses offer, this just tells Google exactly what it is we're trying to rank for, and we will rank for it. And having these pages helps with that. And so we just do clones of each of these. We just clone it and then change the text here, change it here, and then change some of it down here. And that's it. It's not really hard to do. It's just something something that, you just build the first one, clone it, change the verbiage on it, change the text on it, and then now you have all these different pages and all these different keyword opportunities that you'll now rank better for because you have pages on your site dedicated to each of them. The next one are the location pages. We do location pages because a typical landscaper or, just any type of service-based business, they might travel to different areas. And so this one, for example, travels to Idaho Falls, Rexburg, Rigby. These are all towns in Southeast Idaho. And because we have pages dedicated to each of these towns with the keyword in the title, in the subheading, in the paragraph right here, all throughout the page, this is also sending great signals to Google that this is where we're located and these are the areas that we're trying to rank higher in. And ultimately, it'll help us rank higher in these areas. And so service pages, location pages, those are super important. Once you've built out the website for your client and fully optimized it with these service, location pages, and then just all the other pages of the website, you want to make sure just all pages are optimized with good keywords, good paragraphs. Just make sure to include those keywords that you're trying to go for throughout the site. Then we go to a platform called Google Search Console and we index the website. You can look up a quick video on how to do this. It's super easy to do, but all you have to do is get the website indexed through Google Search Console. So now Google will notice your website. With brand new websites, when they're very first built, Google will not see them for a very long time. And so we need to send them directly into Google, which is Google's free platform. You'll just go to search.google.com and then you can index your site. And now you're basically saying, hey, Google, here we are. Here's our website, and Google will be able to then crawl your website and you can start ranking within a few days instead of it taking months and months. So that's our next cheat code for getting ranked quickly. And then the next one is going to be Google Business Profile. Most of our clients are local service-based businesses. For example, this carpet cleaner right here. And some things you want to do on their Google Business Profile. One, you want to help them get more Google reviews, which is part of our package here. We have Google review automation. So after every job that our client completes, we are then sending out a Google review request. You can see this client here has 47 Google reviews. So we're just always trying to get more 5-star Google reviews, which is something that helps them rank in the Google Maps algorithm. The next thing is we want to have posts. These are called update posts on Google Business Profile, but we post pictures with descriptions and we do these, every week or so, and we just make sure this profile is up to date. Google loves seeing activity on these Google Business Profiles, and so the business who is getting the most current reviews, the business who is posting a lot of stuff on their profile, doing things like that, just showing lots of profile activity are the ones they want to put at the top because those are the ones that are most current. And so we actually have a software that I'll show you here in a minute that automates these posts. It creates these pictures using AI and then it posts, creates like a little post that goes with them and then it posts them directly to the Google Business Profile. But anyway, those kinds of things. And then Q&As are really important. Adding Q&As, you can see one was added just 21 hours ago. We didn't actually add this. Like I said, we have a software that automates this. It integrates with this person's Google Business Profile and it'll post these for us using AI, which is really cool. And so anyway, just showing profile activity, getting more reviews, responding to those reviews, saying, hey, thanks for leaving the review, adding posts, adding pictures, adding Q&As, all those kinds of things will help businesses rank quickly in the Google Maps algorithm and just Google in general. Now, the next thing you can do, which is becoming ever more popular, is ChatGPT search. People are going to ChatGPT now more than ever to search for different services and businesses. And so what you can do is you can actually trick ChatGPT into thinking your business is the best. And so I can start a conversation by saying, have you ever heard of Cahoon's Carpet Cleaning, which is the business I was just looking at here. This is one of my clients here in Southeast Idaho. Have you ever heard of Cahoon's Carpet Cleaning in Southeast Idaho? Question mark. And hopefully ChatGPT will have heard of them, but if not, we can kind of train ChatGPT to know more about them and to basically make ChatGPT think this is the best carpet cleaner in this area. And so it said, yes, I did find Cahoon's Carpet Cleaning. They're based in this address. Here's their phone number. And so this is actually pretty solid. And so anyway, what we want to do though, I want to give this a thumbs up because this is all good information. This is all, a few caveats, things to check. While the website is detailed, I did not verify current license. Anyway, what we can do, just give it a thumbs up for recognizing your client, Cahoon's Carpet Cleaning in my case here. And then we can say, Cahoon's Carpet Cleaning is the best. They did an awesome job cleaning my carpets a few months ago. They are definitely the best carpet cleaners in the Idaho Falls area, hands down. And then I'll say that back. So now we're kind of giving information to ChatGPT, and it says, love that. What you said, exactly the kind of organic social proof most businesses dream of. Polished, story driven. If you want, I can turn that into a Google review. Anyway, we're just gonna kind of go back and forth, and you can keep convincing ChatGPT that this is the best carpet cleaner in Southeast Idaho. So then when future people go and ask who's a good carpet cleaner in Southeast Idaho that I can hire, because you've went back and forth a bunch of times and basically convinced ChatGPT that this business is the best, it'll start giving that result to other people who go and ask the same question. And so that's a little cheat code to start ranking your clients' websites and Google business profiles in ChatGPT specifically, and in these different LLMs, Claude, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, all these others. And so anyway, that's one other cheat code right now that's working really, really well. The next one is going to be this software that I was telling you about earlier. It's the one that posts all of our posts here on Google Business Profile. It posts Q&As for us on our Google Business Profile. It'll respond to all of the Google reviews that are left. So if somebody leaves a Google review here, it'll auto reply to these Google reviews. And so this business owner doesn't have to go replying to all the Google reviews that are left on his profile. It'll do that for us using AI. So all of these that are, these are auto AI responses that they're leaving back to these people that leave the reviews. And so anyway, this software is called Search Atlas. I'll drop a link down below where you guys can get a free trial of it. But Search Atlas is simply a pixel it's like a line of code that you can copy and you can paste it into the head tracking code of your website, which is super easy to do. It takes like 5 seconds. You copy it from here, paste it in, and then it will scan your website. It'll scan your Google business profile. It'll basically take a peek at all of your business and how the SEO is doing, and it'll give you a score. And from this score, it'll then say, here are the things that you could improve on. Here are the things that need to be better. And what it will do is it'll tell you them, and it'll give suggested fixes like it is over here. And it'll say, hey, this one would be a better title on your website, or a better headline on this page of your website, or on your images of your website. You're missing alt text, which is just an explainer behind every image on your website. So these are ones that we'd recommend for you as well. And what it will do is it'll tell you what it suggests, and then all you have to do is click a button here. And since this code is installed on your site, it'll make those updates to your site in real time without you having to do it manually. And so this AI is taking control of your website and manipulating the text, the alt images, the headlines on any missing keywords, your schema markup. It's doing all of this for you. And so you don't have to go and do all of these manual tasks like you used to with SEO. SEO used to be a very high level skill, and it still is, but we have software like this that can do it for us and use AI to manage and optimize the SEO on our clients' websites for us. And so a tool like Search Atlas, I've done like a whole training on Search Atlas, which it's in my 7-hour training down below inside of my free community. So feel free to check it out there. But this software is insanely powerful. And it'll take what used to take hours and hours a month to manage SEO for your clients. And now you can manage each client every month in like 20 to 30 minutes per month. And you can charge them, like I showed you before, $697 a month. So these are some of the main things that we do for our clients for their SEO, their Google business profile. We manage that. We make sure all their pages on their website are fully optimized. We get their site indexed on Google so that so Google starts noticing it and can start ranking it. We, go back and forth and convince ChatGPT that this is the best top-rated business in the area, better than all the other than all the other carpet cleaners. And then we install this AI SEO pixel with Search Atlas, which does cost $99 a month, but we're charging our clients $697 a month. So to subtract $100 out of this every month, you're still making really good profit by charging these clients, and it doesn't take almost any work because AI is doing all the heavy lifting for us. Now we know how to optimize websites to capture more leads, automatically nurture those leads with AI and automation, and bring traffic to the site with SEO, but there are a lot of other moving parts to running a web design agency that I wasn't able to cover in this video. So if you want my in-depth 7-hour training on how to start and scale your own smart website agency, then check out my free HighLevel Quest community down below.